Welcome back to Dating in the Modern Age, starring Alex Stewart and Nicci Nunez. The hosts of the podcast Swipe Fat have gone on a couple dates so far with cyber suitors, but they're still looking for their compatible king. So far, Alex has chosen Adam and Brendan to go on a date with Nicci. One of the dates there were sparks, and the other, I think, was a failure to ignite.
My name's Nicci. I'm 30. I'm from Chicago, and I'm a brand manager and podcaster. My dating history, I've had 2 long-term relationships, but I've been pretty single for the last 3 years or so. I'm looking for someone really funny, kind, and loyal. Somebody like I can cook dinner with and drink a bottle of wine on a Friday night and still feel like I'm going out, but like also is down to go to a dive bar and explore the city, and who's also like open to be my dog's dad.
So historically in the past, I feel like, Nicci's dated guys who maybe aren't as serious about wanting to be in a relationship. They're like fun and definitely like there for a good time. But what I'm looking for Nicci is someone who is there for a good time and we can all have a good time with, but also wants to be there for Nicci emotionally and for the long haul.
Time to meet the new bachelors.
My name is EP007. I'm 32 years old. I live in St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm an artist.
DeAndre Wallace, 29, from Baltimore, Maryland, and I'm a club promoter.
My name is Collins Wewa. I'm age 28. I'm from Africa, Kenya. That's where I grew up from.
Cool.
And I go to school, a film school, and also I do acting on the side.
Well, Alex sure does have her work cut out for her today, but can the gentleman handle her rapid-fire questions?
What are 3 words that describe you?
Funny, loud, really hyped.
Radiant, colorful, and Jewy, I guess. I don't know.
Edo's humor's dry, but I don't think Nicci will be if she ever meets him.
Energetic, charismatic, and silly.
Are you religious?
Yes, I'm Christian.
Not really. I guess I'd say I'm agnostic.
No.
I am religious, yes. I'm a Christian.
Will the gentleman be taking Nicci to church, or will she be taking them to hell? Okay.
What was the best day of your life?
The best day of my life was when I came to the US 10 years ago. And it was a whole experience. It was a whole new experience to me. So that counted as the best day of my life.
I think maybe my first art show in New York. I had a show with one of my best friends in Brooklyn. Just like a very special day.
I would say when I graduated from John Casablancas, it was a modeling and talent agency.
What would you say your biggest insecurity is?
Just trying new things, pushing myself, especially through the modeling and everything. I would say it would be pushing myself through that because you already know when you try something new, a lot of people I was like, they're not going to take you on this or, I would say it was just more so to stay positive.
It's when I try to impress someone and they don't really notice it.
I guess sort of I was kind of like a fat kid growing up, and I have a twin brother, and he was always like super skinny. Mm-hmm. I was like chubbier, so we'd always kind of get compared to each other. And then I got really into like sports in high school and like wrestling. Mm-hmm. So I got like really fit, and then sort of I kind of like yo-yo a lot, and so it's something I'm kind of like always like self-conscious about, I guess.
Why do you think that you're single?
I guess in the past I've kind of like become way too I would probably describe myself as like a workaholic in my last few relationships, and that's kind of why things have ended, I guess.
From personal experience, I would take a workaholic over an alcoholic.
I would just say this all around this busy person. I'm not really going out type person like that anymore.
A club promoter who doesn't like going out. Well, now I have seen it all.
I think I'm single because I have a specific taste for women because I like what I like. my kind of women that I like, I rarely find them. Or if I do, somebody's already in there, somebody's always ahead of the game. So I like take nice, beautiful women, okay? Women that I can sing to, women that I can go dancing to, women who can keep me warm when it's cold because I'm already skinny. I look for a little bit of some meat and thick. So I'm very picky about women.
Collins is giving me alpha little spoon vibes, and I hope Alex is into it.
So you like plus size women?
Plus size or XXL. We can say either those. Yes, that's my thing.
I like it.
Don't go anywhere, because Dating in the Modern Age will be right back. Welcome back to Dating in the Modern Age. So far, Alex is interviewing 3 hopeful bachelors to pick one to go on a date with Nicci.
I want somebody who's like willing to go explore, wants to be my dog's dad. I need a dog dad. That's just like really kind and loyal and funny. I really want somebody to make me laugh, that I can just like be myself with.
Would you let your best friend pick out a man for you? Edo is a radically honest artist. DeAndre is a shy club promoter. And Collins wants to be cared for like the treasure he is.
What would you say you're most afraid of?
Definitely, I'm afraid to be hurt because it's hard to control emotions.
Don't worry, Collins. We only want to break bread, not hearts.
I don't really feel like dying, but I don't really love the idea of like aging.
On a religious standpoint, just not being close enough to God when all of this ends.
Tell Nicci to get her Bible out.
What would you say your biggest regret is?
When I graduated from art school, all my friends moved to like New York. I had to kind of go back home to St. Louis and take care of things. And then I ended up kind of getting a job and working and going to grad school here, which is fine. But sometimes I do think about what would have happened if I moved to the big city.
I would say my biggest one would have been not taking the kickboxing seriously when I was doing it when I was around 18.
My biggest regret is not taking chances.
Do you want children?
Yes.
I do want a lot of children. All African kids, all African dads, people, they always be having 15 to 17 children. You will see a lot of children, you think it's a whole school, but it's just somebody's kids. I want children, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Eventually.
Are you into social media?
I am into social media because also I'm a comedian, so I think social media is the best way to self-advertise yourself and whatever you do. So yes, I like social media.
I am, unfortunately, a little bit too much.
Yes.
Would you be okay if your girlfriend had social media?
Yeah, that's fine. It wouldn't bother me if she is or not.
Yes, I want my girlfriend to have a social media. And I want her to post me because ladies don't post their guys.
Who is your favorite person?
I mean, being an artist, I guess my favorite artist, would be this guy named Philip Guston.
My favorite person is, I think, in general, it's probably my aunt who raised me and my grandparents.
My dad, he always got things done, even if no one really understood his outcome or motives behind it,
No red flags detected. Carry on.
Who's your celebrity crush?
Well, I like Meghan Trainor, and I think she is my celebrity crush.
Rihanna.
I think growing up, it was like Scarlett Johansson or something.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I feel like I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, I'm a horribly cliche person.
If Nicci doesn't want him, I'll take him.
What was the best phase of your life?
I think about 2 years ago, I had just, it was kind of the first time I tasted a lot of success. I had this collector buy a bunch of my work, and suddenly I had all this money, and I was able to kind of like travel and kind of do whatever I wanted for about a year. So I like traveled like in Europe and South America for about 6 months, and got to meet amazing people and see all these amazing cities and stuff. That was a lot of fun.
I would say going back to the kickboxing phase, I was like in the gym like every day.
I wouldn't say best. It's more like interesting when I joined the military and I finished honorably because it's hard. It took a lot of discipline. I feel like it was the best or most interesting phase of my life because it's something that you can't really know until you are in there, you know?
What would you say the worst phase of your life?
The worst phase of my life was breakups, because I think breakups still take a toll on me emotionally because it is something that I still don't know how to control myself.
Probably high school.
When I was younger, I hung around a lot of the wrong crowd. So, yeah.
What would you say a relationship deal breaker is for you?
Let's say cheating.
I don't know. I don't really like selfish people.
Don't distance yourself. Yeah, if you distance yourself, that's my relationship deal breaker.
More dating in the modern age and radical honesty from our sensitive kings right after the break. Welcome back to Dating in the Modern Age. Let's recap our bachelors. What we know so far is that Edo has been painting a beautiful imagery with his words, DeAndre's been kicking the competition into high gear, and Collins has a heart as big as his dreams.
What did you want to be when you were younger?
Easy. He was an artist. I'm a one-trick pony. No, I was good at wrestling. That was my only other skill.
Archaeologist.
I wanted to be in a movie.
Looks like Collins just went from being in a rom-com to being in a horror movie.
Why did your last relationship end?
The lies, secrets, not knowing what, they wanted, stuff like that.
Because it was my fault. I don't have to lie about it. It was my fault. See, the guys, I was in the club, and every time I go in the club, there's always a crowd around me, and sometimes guys get consumed with that.
My last girlfriend was like 7 years older than me. So she was kind of like in a different place in her life.
Big party or a small gathering?
Big party, actually.
Small gathering.
Small gathering.
Would you rather marry a virgin or someone who has had multiple sexual partners?
That wouldn't really even bother me, so I guess either or.
Probably multiple. I mean, maybe not like thousands of people, but or something. But you don't want to date Wilt Chamberlain or something. But yeah, as long as the person's like healthy and stuff, I don't mind.
A virgin.
Do you prefer dogs or cats?
Cats. Because cats, they can take care of themselves.
Both.
Dog.
Would you rather kiss your ex or your mortal enemy?
But they are my mortal enemies.
DeAndre's the first guy to actually answer that correctly.
Ex. Because technically it's ex because you still love him, but things didn't work out.
Oh, my ex. Usually stay friends with all my exes.
That's one of the worst sentences I've ever heard in my life.
Would you rather date a porn star or be a porn star?
I guess I don't really have a problem dating one.
Be a porn star.
Both. I guess. Wait, not with other people, but just with that one person. Yeah.
Have you ever been told that you look like someone famous?
When I was younger, I always used to get Raz B, and then now I always get the baby for some reason.
You just told me.
Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
I don't know. When I wear like my snapback hat, people say I look like Floyd, but Floyd is not that skinny.
How would your best friend describe you?
Friendly, always there if I needed him. Creative.
Really hyped, funny, but I like my personal time.
A nice, funny guy who loves art, I guess.
If you could invite anyone, dead or alive, to dinner, who would you pick?
My grandparents, they are alive though. They are alive, so but
That's fine.
they are across the continent. So yes.
Probably that artist I mentioned earlier, Philip Guston, or I don't know, maybe Jesus Christ or Prophet or something.
My grandmother.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Niagara Falls.
In some nice place in the Hollywood Hills.
I don't know. I really liked Paris when I lived there. I would have to learn French.
If you were given $1,000 tomorrow, what would you spend it on?
Probably half of it on art supplies and maybe some nice food.
Investment.
I'll go fix my car because my car just had like an overheated engine.
Most important in a partner, intelligent or funny?
Intelligent for me.
I guess a sense of humor, you know.
I would say funny.
Would you rather only ever have sex in bed or only ever have sex outside the bedroom?
It's more fun outside the bed. Only outside.
Outside bedroom.
I've done that, like have had sex outside and also like in other parts of the house, and I think it's kind of overrated. You know, comfort's good, you know.
Yeah.
Bed's there for a reason, you know.
Who Alex chooses for Nicci right after the break. Welcome back to the moment you've all been waiting for, the final segment of Dating in the Modern Age.
So historically in the past, I feel like, Nicci's dated guys who maybe aren't as serious about wanting to be in a relationship. They're like fun and definitely like there for a good time. But what I'm looking for Nicci is someone who is there for a good time and we can all have a good time with, but also wants to be there for Nicci emotionally and for the long haul as well.
Edo is an artist with a dry sense of humor and a wet and wild lifestyle. DeAndre gives his demons a roundhouse kick to the face in and out of the gym. And Collins keeps the drama coming on and off the screen.
What are 3 things you can't live without?
My dog, my studio, and my car, I guess.
I would say video games. Food, I'm greedy. And I would say movies. I love watching movies.
Internet, best friend, and food.
What do you consider your best attributes?
Smile. Let's go for personality. I would say understanding. And I'm always there.
I think I'm a pretty funny guy, and I think I'm good at like listening to people. I think I'm interested in people.
Kindness. I've gone broke buying food for the homeless people and more than 15 times.
What are you looking for in a person?
I don't know, just someone to kind of like, a kind of partner in crime to, share your life with and have new experiences and kind of grow with and learn new things and, I don't know, see the world.
I look for personality. I look for devotion. They have to be devoted, and beauty. something I can appreciate every day.
Say like honesty, support, stuff like that. Just simple things. Seem like that's been hard to find lately.
Alex, what are your thoughts on Collins?
I thought Collins was really sweet. Obviously really loves his grandparents. He was really funny. I loved that. One red flag was that he cheated on his girlfriend, Nicci. I just don't know if she'd be able to trust him knowing that information. She really loves loyalty.
And what about Edo?
He was really cute. I loved how passionate he was about what he does, and he's very ambitious, which I think Nicci would love. I also think she would think he's cute, and he said he couldn't live without his dog. It's definitely something Nicci couldn't live without either. But I'm not gonna lie, I kind of thought he was cute too, so.
Okay, Miss Girl. And last but not least, what about DeAndre?
At first with DeAndre, he seemed really like kind of hot, had like a hard exterior. But once he started talking, he was talking about like anime and movies and Titanic. You could see that he was like, he had a softer side. So I just thought he was really sweet. I think he might be a little too like mellow for Nicci. But yeah, he was nice.
And the winner is...
So for the date, I'm going to pick Ito to go on the date with Nicci. I think that she'll really like his artistic side. I think they'll have a lot to talk about, but I'm not going to lie, I'm going to be a little bit jealous of that date.
So what are you looking for in a partner?
I don't know, just someone to kind of like, a kind of partner in crime to, share your life with and have new experiences and kind of grow with and learn new things and, I don't know, see the world.
What a wild episode of Dating in the Modern Age it's been. Make sure to tune in next week to see Nicci take a whack at dating 3 men to pick one for Alex. You can now vote using the code below to bring back one of your favorites to go on a date with one of the ladies.